Hey Browns fans, Nathan Zegura here with a linebacker position preview edition of the 2-Minute Drill brought to you by University Hospital. And now Jason Tarver, the Browns linebacker coach, has a bevy of riches. He's got a lot of talent and a lot of continuity in this linebacker room. Really, the top 4 linebackers from a year ago, they are all back in the mix. And so you expect this part of the defense, the second level, to get even better. And I'm excited to see what that looks like. Now, we've got some people that are absolutely locked into their starting roles. I think at the will linebacker position, that's Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, the second rounder out of Notre Dame a year ago, considered by many to be the steal of the draft. Certainly looks like a superstar in the making. He was the Browns' 3rd highest graded defender at Pro Football Focus last year, behind only Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. He was the 5th best graded rookie defender in the entire league at Pro Football Focus. He was on numerous all-rookie teams, finishing the year with 76 tackles, 4 passes defense, 2 forced fumbles, 1.5 sacks, and 3 tackles for loss. He is absolutely a star in the making. His ability to rush the passer, to cover receivers in the slot if he needs to play the run, and the speed to go sideline to sideline. JOK is going to be a star for years to come. Now, who will be next to him? Who will be that Mike linebacker, the captain of this defense in the middle? That, I think, actually is going to be a little bit of a competition to see play out, and the Browns have 2 great choices. You got the veteran, Anthony Walker Jr., who comes back to the Browns on a 1-year deal. He wanted to be a part of what he started to build last year and see that continue. Walker last year led the Browns with 113 tackles in 13 games. He led all linebackers with 701 snaps played. And if you go back to his days in Indianapolis over the last 4 seasons, he's averaging 109 tackles per season. He is a tremendous leader, and also last year flashed great ability in coverage. In fact, he was the number 3 coverage linebacker per Pro Football Focus last year, the best of his career. But he is going to be pushed at that Mike linebacker spot by Jacob Phillips. Phillips, of course, was a 3rd-round pick of the Browns a couple of years ago, and now he has had an injury-plagued career. But what we've seen of him has absolutely been tantalizing because he has a unique size, length, speed combination at the linebacker position that allows him to run with tight ends, run with receivers if need to be, but can also play the run and be physical. He is a unique, special athlete, and the Browns are hoping that this is his breakthrough season, because whenever we've seen him, whenever we got a chance to look at him, it has been very impressive. Last year in Week 18, he starts against Cincinnati, 8 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pass breakup. And the year before, he had to start at Mike linebacker in his rookie season. In the finale against the Steelers to get in the playoffs, led the team double-digit tackles. Always makes plays when he's on the field. The question is, the biggest ability question for Jacob Phillips, availability. If he's available, I think he could have a special season and end up playing a ton at that Mike linebacker spot. At the Sam, we know we've got Sioni Takitaki, the fan favorite, the physical run stopper of the Cleveland Browns, the enforcer, as you will, of this defense. Also, tremendous hair from Mr. Takitaki. Last year, 44 tackles in 15 games. He had a career high 5 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. And Tak also a core special teams performer. So that top 4 comes back from last year. They are set and locked in. So who will join them in the linebacker room for Jason Tarver? And really, we should say, for Mike Prefer, because these linebackers are going to have to play special teams for the Browns. So here are some of those candidates. Tony Fields. Last year, the Browns selected Fields in the 5th round out of West Virginia. He played exclusively on special teams as a rookie, appearing in 10 games. And he's a guy, good speed, good tackling ability, good coverage skills, which is what the Browns and Joe Woods want in this defense. There is also Dakota Allen, who just signed with the Browns this offseason, a 3-year veteran in the league who has been in 32 career games with 3 starts. He has 28 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 3 tackles for loss in his career, and in the last 2 seasons with Jacksonville has been a core special teams player. That's probably his path to making the Cleveland Browns this year. Willie Harvey is also in the mix, who has a very good jumper, by the way, if you check out what the Browns did when they were shooting the basketball around. Probably the best basketball player on the defensive side right now. Rich LeCount may argue with that, but nonetheless, Harvey has been with the Browns back in 2019, rejoined the program last year, appeared in 2 games last season, playing exclusively on special teams. And then there's Silas Kelly, an undrafted free agent out of Coastal Carolina. He was first team All-Sun Belt Conference in 2021 and had 340 career tackles in college. Also, some great hair, which you'll see when you come out here to training camp. So that's a look at the linebacker room. The top is really set. I think the one thing we wonder, who ends up starting and playing the majority of the time at Mike linebacker? Great choices. The veteran Anthony Walker Jr., consummate leader, and then the unbelievable athletic prowess of Jacob Phillips. If he can stay healthy, that could be a great mix along with the stud JOK and the physicality of Sioni Takitaki. Jason Tarver, our linebacker coach, he loves ball, and I know he's excited about this room and what they can bring to this defense. For the latest on all of the different position previews, as well as our Browns Breakdown series, be sure to check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Browns. And for the latest news, keep tuned to cleanbrowns.com and the Browns mobile app. This has been the Linebacker Position Preview edition of the 2-Minute Drill, brought to you by University Hospital.